Egunjobi Temitope Isaac. I graduated from University of Benin as a petroleum engineer. Right now in Hommaston, I'm a process engineer, and I served as a process lead. Honestly, looking back in the last 12 months, when we started the course, a trainee, we have been exposed to various overviews in regards to oil and gas. That actually broadened my knowledge on how oil and gas looks like. And then we move further, to take up soft skills, where you have to know where and where to stand, and what belongs to oil and gas, and what challenges are ahead. We went further to learn about the softwares, where we learned how to use certain software to generate some deliverables, which we actually broadened my knowledge as well. I've grown tremendously. And last phase we went further on the OTJ, which is on-the-job training, where I acquired the technicality and integrity of the design process as far as my process design is concerned. That really exposed me to the rudiment of the process engineer and let me to know what are the challenges ahead. Especially when we now go to aspect of safety, the very first thing I learned is for me to be safety conscious. Safety in design and safety in the topside process area actually make me to know that as a process engineer, you need to be safety conscious at all time. Hommaston, I think I need to read the program as 100% because it actually, grown my knowledge and actually added to my experience.
12 months for me has been a wonderful learning curve. Before I started this training, my level as regards mechanical engineering was probably 1 to 5 on a scale of 5 as regards oil and gas. But coming into this training has actually been a booster to my proficiency in my discipline. I started this training, went through safety courses for a couple of weeks, went into project management, and then we had IPD sessions where we were able to understand the core of our discipline, that's mechanical design engineering, as well as other oil and gas disciplines as process, instrumentation, structural, pipeline, and what have you. We also had soft skills. We had even an on-the-job training which lasted for 6 months, and it actually helped me to understand the importance of working together as a team on a particular project. Coming out of this project, I will rate my stay here and the training as well as that affected me on the scale of 8 to 10.
We've had a fantastic and an amazing session during the course of the training, starting from February last year. And I would say I've made tremendous improvements in terms of knowledge acquisition relating to skills in the oil and gas sector. And so if you ask me to rate myself on the whole and the members of my discipline, I would say I would give myself, in a scale of 1 to 5, I say I'll give me also a 4+.
12 months, well, I've learned a lot. The experience has been very tremendous. And over the 12-month period, I appreciate the fact that we learned a lot. One, we started from an overview of the oil and gas industry. We went as far as the HSC, that's the Health, Safety and Environment. We also learned a lot about project management. We learned also entrepreneurial training. We went through that as well. We went through soft skills. We went through software appreciations. I can boast of being able to work with various softwares, Sage, Abacus, PDMS, AutoCAD, and the likes. Looking at all this 12-month training program, the training, as if I'm going to rate it, I'm going to give it 85 to 90%. I think I've learned a lot, and I'm very, very fortunate to be on the program.
The last 12 months of this training has really been mind-opening. I've really developed, especially in the area of health, safety and environment, project management, entrepreneurship skills and soft skills. Before coming over here, I thought HSC was something that is just by the way. But now I know everything starts and ends with safety. Safety is paramount in everything we do, especially in the oil and gas industry.
Looking 12 months back, I'll rate on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll rate it 8 because there are so many things I know now that I didn't know when I got here. Like, I'm well equipped now when it has to do with safety. I'm safety conscious in everything I do, and also I learned a bit of soft skills, a bit of entrepreneurship, and softwares, PDMS, AutoCAD. I'll say I'm well equipped right now, like compared to 12 months ago.
Looking back at the 12 months, I'll rate the experience on the program so far as very good, because we had so many things we learned. We had the project management, we had the engineering, we had the softwares. We also had the, and most important, the health and safety segments of the training. So it really covered most of all the phases of a real engineering project. So I'll rate it very good.
I remember the first time I sat in the class when I heard things like FPSO, inlining, you know, they were all very strange languages, but thankfully for this training, I feel I can conveniently talk to multidiscipline engineering on different aspects of oil and gas training. We went from being novice in the oil and gas through understanding what it is as a process engineer, for me that is, to manage a project. In this case was gathering, processing and transportation of natural gas from an offshore platform to an existing LNG plant.
In regards to the future challenges as regards to the oil and gas, this program actually developed me to know the challenges and to be able to face the challenges I had. It actually exposed me towards I should be expecting in oil and gas when the challenges comes, know where to stand and know where to start. Then it actually makes me to understand that in oil and gas there are lots to be done, you know, there are lots to be carried out, and technically and integrity there are lots to be put in place for you to achieve the goal. And lastly, it actually makes me understand that in safety there's a lot to put in safety, where if you want to achieve success, you need to be safety conscious.
Very in the future, it has helped me to position myself well, and then I can launch further into my career of being a program manager, starting from my mechanical design engineering platform, because the training here has helped me to understand that in the oil and gas, safety cannot be compromised, and even as a design engineer you need to be as meticulous as possible. You need to be able to pay attention to a lot of details, because a little error in your design may just be enough to have everything all wrong.
We've had a profound impact, so I would say this training is in effect is a very effective training, and I would recommend it for engineers upcoming to embark upon this training, because this is what everybody needs.
Health, safety and environment is already part of us as a culture, and before we do anything we have to think safely, we have to think about safety first. Also, in terms of our deliverables, is something we have learned a lot as well. Pipeline data sheets, you can confidently do that. Design basis, design premise, on bottom roughness, and wall thickness, sizing, shore approach. I can keep naming all the deliverables we worked on. And me as a person on the team, and with also our team members, we can boast of being able to start from the scratch till the end. I think with all this, we are confident, we are prepared, we can face the challenges that are ahead of us, and we are proud to be here because we actually learned a lot.
The effect on this training has really exposed me to a lot of things in the oil and gas industry, especially the international training we went through with Jem Campbell on oil processing, and the FPSO Academy workshop. It has really equipped me to an international standard.
The effect of the training, I rate it 80%, has been very effective on me as an individual, and also I now know what it takes on the project, you know, to interface between various disciplines. I know what it takes to deliver on the project.
We were able to face all the communication issues and all the things we will normally face on a live project. We're able to extract method data, extract geotechnical data, use it to develop loads on the project. So our rate is very effective, because I know these are one of the things you will face on a real life project. We still have to be safety cautious and also work on our MDRs on the project management aspect of the project. So it was very effective for my future in the oil and gas industry.
Technically, for me, I will give Hommaston 100%. It was worth it. If you ask me, will I do this again? I will.
I have no fear or I have no doubt in my mind to say that I'm ready for the oil and gas industry.
I'm ready for the industry because I've learned a lot in Hommaston and I've been equipped for the challenges ahead. For instance, a lot of programs have been exposed to a lot of programs. For instance, international program like PF4, which is oil and gas production processing, and IBC Global, which is exposed to FPSO. There are, you need to understand that there are a lot of things to be learned as far as FPSO is concerned, and they went further to cite series of examples of how platforms are and how it looks like and where that belongs and how to to turn things around when I find myself in such environment. And
I'm ready for the industry, and these are my reasons. Right now, I can work with little or no supervision, even in producing or generating my deliverables. As a mechanical engineer, you are the custodian of all the equipment on board. Right now, I'm more skilled in preparing equipment specifications right from the very scratch to the end. Even as a young engineer, I was involved in the process of developing a full pressure vessel design. So I'm competent in that regard, and I believe that I can work with an effective mechanical team.
I know I'm ready for the industry because I've learned a lot over the past few months, 12 months to be precise. I know how to develop an electrical load list from scratch, also how to produce a single line diagram, I also know how to size a generator, prepare specifications and data sheets, and also with proper supervision in a live project, I know I will deliver.
I believe I'm ready for the industry. This is because I've already undergone all the different things that I would normally do on a live project. We've already been able to use our SACs to analyze our structures. We're able to use our Excel spreadsheets to do our manual calculation. Also do our drawings with AutoCAD, PDMS. So most of the things we will see on a live project, we've already encountered them and we've delivered them to a good level of excellence.
We are ready. We are prepared. Of course, in the oil and gas industry, the Bible, what guides the oil and gas industry is the codes and standard. These are things that have been embedded in us. These are things we understand. These are things we can read. These are things we can communicate with other people. These are things we can understand. We don't know how to use the codes and standard. Having this training, having this privilege to be able to make use of codes and standard, I think we are much prepared and we can face any challenge that comes our way.